Hello! So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I taped two pieces of copy paper together to make one long paper. And I'm just going to color it, and I'm hoping that I could use, there we are. Was hoping I could use acrylic paint and, here, let me use my other hand, and some just some of this Mod Podge. So you mix them together and whatever. I don't know. I'll see. And just kind of blot it in places. I'm not sure yet. First I'm going to color with some marker. I'm just going to scribble. So here we go. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so these are just the Crayola, here, it's my paint thing. It was just the top of a yogurt container. It's got a lip, so that's why I'm using it. It's just these markers again, the Crayola metallic markers. And I'm just going to put random whatevers. I don't think I'm even going to do any particular design or anything. Just gonna roll with it. Need to make sure I stay in the camera too. Sorry if I don't. I have a very bad habit of doing that, and I'm sorry. Okay. Well, for right now, I'll just stick with whatever's up here, and oops, there we go. Let's see if I can. There. Okay, that's enough for pink for now. Let's go with green. Sure, let's use green. Let's do some spring. Not real worried about what they look like. I'm just doing them because I'm hoping that when I paint my lines, will I be able to? No, it'll be off the camera. I'm hoping that when I paint, I will paint, the paint won't overpower the colors, but if it does, oh well. Like I said, this is kind of an experiment for me. Just seeing if it works. Just picking random colors and just kind of doing whatevers. Nothing specific in mind. I'm sorry if I keep going off camera. I need to get an actual tripod. I should maybe, I don't know, make these videos a little bit more polished. I don't know what the right word would be. Next color. Oh, let's go with black. Metallic black. I'm just randomly putting in squiggles. Oops, apparently I'm going in other lines. Oh, I put my hand. Oh! I do that on everything. I put my hand in wet stuff. See how I got part of a squiggle on my hand? Because, yep, that's just me being me. Alright, next set of color. How much of this is actually staying? I'll just leave whatever here, and if I go off, I'm just finishing out a squiggle, so sorry about that. I don't have much of a, I don't know how to do much wider than that. I can't find something big enough to do my colors or my phone on, so you can see more area. Gonna work at brown now. The only thing I don't like about these is they don't really, these marker tops don't stay up on here very well. They just, I don't know, maybe it's just this pack, but I have noticed that it doesn't want to stay for me. Okay, so I'm putting in the bronze, brown, or whatever you want to call it, I guess. probably be done there. I'm just gonna do a couple swiggles of every color just to make it look like confetti. I'm not angry or upset or anything. I'm actually in a really good mood this morning. I don't know why. I suppose because it's nice and cloudy outside. I know, I realize that sounds really weird, but I have stated before that I have issues with my eyes. My eyes are focused or fixed on, they don't get smaller if I enter a place where it is brighter. And they don't, so when it's really bright out, I don't like it because then I have to really squint all the time. And, you know, until my glasses darken. I love my transition glasses. I really don't like it when people bash transition glasses because it's like, I love having that pair of the glasses. They're just super nice. The only thing I don't like about them is that they don't work in your car. They don't work in your car. So, all right, now I'm gonna turn this. So I'm working in this little section now. All right, there we go. So I'm going to work right here, and then I will do the last third. So I'm going to do it in thirds. So let's turn our markers around. See, I turn them one way, and then when I use them, I turn them around the other way. I know, it's just weird. I'm just weird like that. And if I go off the page, I'm sorry. I'm doing an awful lot of I'm sorries today. Wow. I don't really have any plan in mind for this. Quite honest. Oh, man, I just did it again. I put my finger in the wet stuff. I'm not even going to try to connect these lines with the current ones because when I roll these long, so I'm going to make these long, but they're only probably going to be 1/2 inch. I don't know. I haven't decided how long and what I'm going to do with these yet, but I'm going to have to cut these by hand, which is fine. But I just want to try to make a longer than normal, like a longer than 11 and a half by 8 is a normal piece of paper, or a 12 by 12. I want to try something longer and see how that rolls for a how it rolls for a bead. So I have no idea. This is just me messing around. Kind of like those colors together. Huh. I really hope this is actually showing up on camera. I really do. I'm hoping so. If not, like I said, you'll just have to assume that I am taking the colors and just, oh, almost knocked my pens off. All right. Black. So I was watching, I finally was getting around to watching my Netflix. There was this thing that I had in my list for a while to watch. It's Sense8. I already watched the first season, but it was the 2-hour episode for New Year's or whatever. I had it in my playlist to watch, but I never got around to doing it. I really like that series, and I was kind of bummed that they didn't have one last year because Sense8 was from 2015, and I really liked it. I thought it was a little bit slow to getting into it, but once you actually get into it and are invested in the characters, they're really cool. I like the Korean girl. She's my favorite. Out of all of them, I think she's probably my favorite. Or I'm not sure who the next one would be. I don't know. I feel a little I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's already, you know, it's been 2 years, so what am I going to spoil that you should have already seen, in my opinion? I mean, I'm not a big fan of people who are like, no, don't spoil it for me. And it's like, well, they have a valid point. If it's something within the last 2 weeks, like I haven't watched this week's Legion yet, so I don't want anyone to spoil that for me because my husband watches it with me. And, you know, but that's within a week or 2 weeks. I like, you know, I am okay with not spoiling things for people. But like, okay, I had this one guildmate of mine, right? And he's recently just watching like DS9, Deep Space Nine. And he's like, don't spoil it for me. I'm like, dude, the series has been out for 25 years. You're a little bit past the point of being able to tell me not to spoil anything for you. I mean, I didn't really, but, you know, it wasn't my intention to spoil it for him. But, you know, I thought it was funny that, you know, I didn't really spoil it, but I just thought it was funny that... And then I told him, I said, if you want something that's better than DS9, because I'm not a big DS9 fan, so, yeah. I told him, oh, I'm starting with bronze again. Or copper? I don't know what color you'd call this. Anyway, I told him to pick up Babylon 5 and start watching that instead. I don't even know if that's on Netflix. I have DVDs, so I don't have to worry about it. Which I was watching that with my oldest daughter because she likes all the sci-fi stuff. I raised one right. My younger one, this year, I want to say around the time John Glenn died, or was that last year? I don't know. Well, anyway, around that time, when he died, her science class watched Apollo 13 in school, or maybe it was for the 25th anniversary or whatever, or 20th or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, my youngest daughter was like, God, that movie was so boring. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That was actually a really good movie. I think I even went to see it twice in the theater. And for me, that was a big deal back in the day because I was pretty poor. And, you know, being able to go say that you saw a movie in the theater a couple times, that's, you know, for me, that was pretty monumental, you know. But apparently times have changed quite a bit now, or I don't know. But anyway, you know, she's just not interested in sci-fi. So I at least got one kid that, you know, is interested in cool things because... I'm not sure what kind of, well, like, my younger one made me go watch, she didn't make me, I sat through it anyway. She wanted to watch Sing. That was the last one that I just took her to separately. So she's not really into a lot of the movies that I like, so blah. So I thought it was really exciting that my oldest was like, yeah, let's watch Babylon 5 together. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So that's where that whole spew was leading to. I'm so bad at this. This looks like a clown's party confetti just blew up in all over my my paper. I don't know if any of this is gonna show up when I roll the beads or not. I don't even know if this will work. I mean, oh my gosh, there's already so much going on with this paper, but I definitely want to try the paint on this paper. I might only just get one section, I don't know, but I'm going to cut it now. Here, I'll lay this out flat and take you off the perch, and you can see the finished product. Holy cow. All right, so there you go. Got to end before 15. All right, bye.